tipping when ordering food. So today,
I like this.
yeah. So
I like
today
it too.
I went over to Tropical Smoothie, and Tropical Smoothie recently now has added a tip thing immediately, and it starts at 15%, then it goes 20, then it goes 25.
Oh, you're talking about like that screen where you gotta like tap whatever?
Yeah. So immediately you put your debit card in, and it asks you to tip. And I'm sitting here, and I'm getting so tired of this. Like I go and pick up a pizza. Like I pick up a pizza. I pick up a tropical smoothie. I had to order. I had to talk. I had to spend words. I had to exert myself to look at that menu. Nobody told me the specials, the prompts me on anything like cool that like I didn't know of. And nobody did anything. Nobody reached for anything. I just ordered food. I literally just ordered food. And he asked for a tip. Like maybe like after I get my food and it's very speedy, like freaky fast, as I'm walking out the door, you could have a sign and be like, "How was your experience? Would you like to give our sandwich makers a tip due to your great, amazing experience?" Why, yes, maybe I would. But when you immediately order food, like how many times do you order something and you're like, "Oh, let me toss a tip in and let me just click this." They don't even fucking say thank you or nothing. Nobody, like you go to Cold Stone and they sing you a fucking song. They sing you a song. These fuckers, like they're getting paid to go to work. Thank you for showing up to work. Now I have to tip you. Now I ordered 3 things from Chavo Smoothie, and my tip was $3.82. So basically, I paid like 90 something cents per fucking thing that I ordered. Like, I'm just saying, you know, like
I think it depends on where you go. Obviously, if I'm getting something delivered like pizza or DoorDash or something like that, you tip.
Of course, that's expected.
If I'm, to be honest, half the time when I'm ordering pizza or something like that, I do it online. I don't even talk to anyone.
Yeah, but when you so you're ordering it there, but what about when you go in person or when you order it online and you pick it up?
So I order online and I go pick up in person. I don't tip. They're not. But the thing is, I've worked in the pizza industry for a while. I can tell you right now, no one ever tips when you work in the pizza industry.
Well, but you also.
Now, if I'm doing delivery though, if you're doing delivery, yeah, you tip.
Yeah, but now like
they're not making waitresses wages. They're making more than minimum wage.
Yeah, they're making like $14 to $16.50 an hour.
Yeah, they're not making the.
Chubbs is shaking his head. What do you got, Chubbs?
So, Fluff, what do you do
for tipping?
Yeah.
I always.
You always tip, but I'm
Always.
talking I'm talking when you just go and you literally you go to McDonald's, right? You go to McDonald's and you get a cheeseburger.
It's the same thing. You don't tip when you go to McDonald's.
If they had an option, I would.
Rochelle gets mad at me. I tip all the time. I go get carry out. I'll tip.
Yep, hands down. You always tip.
See, I do that too, but when you're ordering carry out, right? When the person takes your order and they have to go through and send it, and then they're doing all this stuff. So I do too. I now I do too. But I every time that thing pops up, and I'm just like, motherfucker, like.
And I think about it, but like I said, I think it goes back to the kind of restaurant. Like sometimes we get Coney Island, and that one on Gratiot has the drive-through. When I give them the card and sign everything, like I give a tip. Then I think it really comes down to the style of restaurant and what it is you're ordering, though.
If there's an option to tip, I'm tipping. If there's not an option, I'm tipping. Unless it's like McDonald's and shit.
But now let's say
I don't even know how they handle that.
Now let's say you're at a gas station, right, and you didn't ask for this, and now some guy just all of a sudden comes up and starts cleaning all your windows. What do you do?
If it's a good job, I tip them.
You just say thank you and you pull out cash.
Yeah, I didn't ask for it though.
No, you didn't ask
like
for it.
If you go to a restaurant,
mm-hmm.
all right, you're asking for a service. You have to keep in mind that these companies kind of like, hey, well, even if you are making $14, $16 an hour,
yep.
In this day and age, it ain't shit.
No,
right?
no, it's very nice. It's nice to receive a tip.
Fluffy,
yeah,
not Fluffy, but Fanny pack. Do you get tipped when you sell a house?
No.
He works on commission, so that's an absolute lie.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no.
but they're not-
commission check.
But
Yeah.
these people aren't working on tips though. They're working on a wage.
Yeah,
They could have my owner.
yeah. But it's weird though. No, so it is funny because NAR just passed a rule that you can no longer say your services are free. So like if you're working with a buyer and you're like, no, it's free to buy a house. It's not free to the buyer to buy a house, which it is free because the buyer, you don't charge the buyer anything, but you can no longer say your services are free because if the
So you
listing,
get to charge like a 0.1% commission or something.
no, it's fucking weird. It's weird because I don't fully understand it. It's free to the buyer, but they have transaction fees. So, but I get that. I always verbalize that, but I guess yeah. So it costs $295 to buy a house. Like I don't know. It's weird.
So, what's your average selling of houses? Like the price range? Just a rough estimate. You don't have to be exact.
I think
250.
no. I don't know what
God,
my
I hope
last
not.
year's was. I don't know what
All
my
right,
last
it's more.
year's
It's more than 100,000, right?
Yeah, my last year's was 2 years ago's was 186 was my average sale.
Okay,
price.
what's of 186 roughly?
What's what?
3% on your sales commission on a house. That's 186.
Probably what is that like 40 52 probably like 52,
Right, rough number.
51,
You don't need to be exact.
probably like
All right.
5100 ish.
I don't think the person that's working at Coney Island is making that.
No. It's
Plus,
No, but he's doing a service by selling the house though.
they're doing a service by preparing you food.
Yeah,
so
but-
where do you want this argument to go?
but if I don't sell somebody a house though.
Okay, so what's the difference though? You're getting a service done.
Why
Yeah.
don't you buy the house yourself then, or make the food yourself?
No, but here's the
if you don't
thing
wanna
though.
tip?
If I
But the thing is, at Coney Island, I am tipping though.
I'm not saying just Coney Island, just in general. Like Chinese
But I'm just saying,
pickup.
like, well, what about McDonald's or something like that?
Here, the ultimate argument that I always have, and I tell myself, because I always tip, I don't care. What shit have you bought garbage that you've wasted money on before? Why don't you give it to
Oh,
somebody?
I
and
mean,
help them out?
I've done that too. I'm like, what's $5? What's $6?
yeah. No, it's
Today it ain't shit.
it's just crazy though that you're tipping before a service is performed. Though that's the thing. So you go out to eat, you're tipping after service is performed, right? So when you go and order food at a place like Tropical Smoothie, you're tipping. You're going and you're looking at the menu and you're just assuming that here I'm going to give them this weird percentage. But if you go out to dinner and you have exponential service, your tip is based off that. This is just an added tax to the food. And a lot of times, so I worked at a valet company, and I believe you did too at one point, Chubbs. Did you work for Andiamo's with that or no?
No.
So
No, but I've worked in that tipping industry. I know what you mean though.
We used to have to hold our tips up in the air. So and they put a sign up that said employees work for tips or employees work for tips. And it was the best thing. You'd get a tip and you'd have to hold it up in the air and you'd run back and you'd give it to your fucking guy. And at the end of the night, he would literally pay us out of our tips that we gave him. And then
That's
they would,
fucked up.
and they would frisk people. So one guy got beat up because he kept money and it was fucked up. He got beat up on it because he tried to hide his tips. But no, it's messed up though. So in real estate, dude, there's a million people that I've showed houses to that never turned into buying a house. Right? They end up falling off, and it's like I would never come back to them and be like, hey man, here's the thing. I did a lot of stuff for you. I showed you houses like 2 days a week for the last 9 months. And now I get it. You're going into this rental. Well, I did a lot of work for you in this time, so it's tough. So in the average in real estate, it's 30% is the average of people that go back to use their previous realtor. So it's a lot to it. So like the tipping world, like I do believe if you just automatically tip, what are people working for, right? Like how do you give a better service if you just have it on there for just pulling an order? Like how you could literally just go through the motions. You should never just go through motions in life. This is why the service industry is fucked up. The service industry is fucked up, like personal trainer, everything. There's all these people that are like, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And then they do it, but they don't have the passion to continue doing it. A service industry is all about passion. If Fluffy, if he's going to make you a sandwich, he's going to put his heart and soul into that sandwich because he wants you to experience that sandwich how he believes it should be experienced. So Fluffy would get a huge tip. Yeah, he would get a tip. But these other fucking people, so many of them, they don't even care. They don't even notice. Like, when's the last time you tipped at a random fucking thing, like a random thing, like you went to a random fucking restaurant, not been served. You just ordered food, you bought something, and it said a tip thing, and you were thanked. I know it's to pay it forward. You don't expect to be thanked, but at the same time, it's just like, for what? They don't even that nobody even realizes it. Because they're just going through the motions.
So your argument is that people are lazy, and
you have to give an experience.
You should be tipped if you're lazy and just going through the motions.
But
right?
That's the thing. You don't know. You don't know when somebody's lazy at the immediate tip at that immediate point.
Sandwich.
Huh? What's that, Fluff? Sorry.
What if it's your first time making a sandwich and you're just getting good at it? So your sandwich, you tried your hardest, but isn't a great sandwich.
It doesn't matter. I wouldn't even know because I tipped you before. I tipped you when I ordered. You could have stuttered along, and I tipped you when I ordered.
I
don't know.
I mean, you never know what's going through that other person's mind, and maybe they need something positive, and maybe a tip, unexpected, is what they need to, like, butterfly effect.
But again, I mean, these
I always see that. Even bad service, I don't give a fuck.
I do too.
I mean, if I'm out at a restaurant and it's bad service, obviously I'm still tipping. I mean, honestly, Ashley, she usually is the one that writes out everything on the thing, and she's always tipping like 20-25%.
Yeah, let's move on.
I liked it though. That was a good. Everyone had different opinions. That was a good one.